Before we start today, guys, I have done a podcast with Brad Garside, Sheffield Wednesday YouTuber, really good guy, came round, did about a 2-hour podcast. If you're interested in that sort of thing, links right here, go check it out. Wayne Rooney is a Derby County player, or at least he will be in January. I didn't see that one coming. I can imagine a lot of Rams fans? That is a difficult one to say. Rams fans, Derby County fans, are finding this one very exciting, very interesting at the same time. How are you all feeling, guys? Let me know in the comments. Wayne Rooney, arguably the biggest English football star we have brought through, is now going to be a Derby County player in January, obviously coming in as player coach, which is something you don't really hear of much, but in the same veins of Lampard, Gerrard, these big English players, it does make sense that Wayne Rooney will come into a coaching role because it's something he's wanted to do. I guess the big question is, can he cut it in the Championship? Now, obviously, he's got a lot of star quality. He was in the Premiership not too long ago. He's been in the MLS. Now, a lot of people compare the MLS to the Championship. I'd say it's, in some areas, the quality is similar, but it's lower end Championship, some of it. The Championship is still a very high level, so he is coming to quite a challenge when he comes into the Championship. Will he still be able to cut it? It's Wayne Rooney. He's one of the stars in the MLS. I think he will do absolute bits in the Championship. He is obviously still got that quality, and I am very looking forward to seeing him in the Championship. However, I'm a Wednesday fan. That means he's going to be coming up against us in January. Well, whenever we play them on the reverse fixture. I don't know when that is, actually. I should know this. Bad fan. But it will be interesting to see how well he does, and hopefully he doesn't score against Wednesday. But Derby, I reckon for your financial, for your marketing, for all your exposure, this is putting Derby County on the map. I mean, I can't see any negatives to it, really, can you? He's 33. By the time he comes to you, he'll be 34, so you might get a season, 2 seasons out of him, depending on how long he wants to go. But obviously, you've got him on an initial 18-month contract, so you're at least going to get a year of play out of him, and then see what happens in the coaching role. It is very interesting to see these players that I've grown up watching now becoming managers. Is this what people in their 30s feel like when they see all these managers that they've seen play? This is only just happening in my lifetime, so it's an interesting one watching these legends of the game from my generation go into management and coaching and things like that. I wish him well at Derby County. I want to know what you guys think. What do the general Championship fans think? I think it's a good appointment, just for the money you'll make on shirt sales, to be honest. He was apparently unsettled in America, coming back to England, and Derby County, you've got a hell of a player on your hands there. Huddersfield Town are in trouble, and I'm not just talking about the fact that they drew with QPR this weekend in the Championship. It is to do with their publicity stunt of the Paddy Power kit. So obviously they had the very Miss Huddersfield style Paddy Power kit at the start of the season. That was a bit of a joke because obviously they're doing this no sponsor campaign. Paddy Power are big on this at the minute. All the clubs that they sponsor, they aren't putting their sponsor on any of the teams that they actually sponsor, and I think that's a good thing because it was getting a bit ridiculous, some sponsors, and they obviously did the exact opposite of that with the actual Paddy Power sash thing. They were obviously making a statement there, but it could have backfired. It all seems a little bit ridiculous to me, to be honest. The FA, I'm not going to get started as a Wednesday fan on the FA, but it seems like a little bit of a weird move for them. Obviously, all those Paddy Power shirts were auctioned off to charity, so it was a very charitable thing in the end. It was a joke. It was a bit of banter, and now the FA have charged them. The official line is they've been charged with breaking kit and advertising rules. Could be a little bit of a mess out of a publicity stunt here. They've been given till August 16th to respond. I can't see this being more than a slap on the wrist. Why should it be a fine? It was a joke. Lighten up, FA. And in the end, it became a charitable thing, and it meant that Huddersfield got a decent kit out of it. Charities benefited. I don't see the negative here. FA, you don't always have to be those guys that are straight to the line of the fine print and just take a joke, guys. Let him off. Sheffield Wednesday sold Lucas Shaw for 5 million, rising to 7 million is the reported fee, even though it is undisclosed. I think it was Decent business for both clubs, to be honest. Reading, you've got a decent striker when he can be arsed, and Wednesday, you have got a very good fee for him because obviously he's been pretty much stagnant at Wednesday. I talk a little bit more about this in a video I've done with Brad Garside. That's over on his channel, so I'm not going to go massively into it in this Chat the Championship video, but I think it's a good bit of business on both parties. He actually came on and scored, even though Reading lost. It wasn't ideal for Reading, that fixture, obviously, but Zhao got off and running, scored a decent goal, showed what he can do. I don't think Reading are going to have an amazing season, I'm not going to lie. They've done great business, but first 2 matches, it's not going well. Unless they find some sort of momentum, which could happen. It could, you know, stranger things have happened in the Championship. They could be in for a bit of a rocky season, so they need to kick on now. They need to start seeing out matches and getting the wins. Speaking of Sheffield Wednesday, how... I'll show the images on screen right now, but how is this not a penalty? We play Barnsley, dominant, deserved to win the game, but I'm just talking about the officials again. This is a blatant push in the box and a handball. Neither were given. Okay, so this was the controversy of the Championship this weekend. This should have been pretty much Stonewall penalty. We haven't got VAR in the Championship. It's something I don't really want in the Championship. I'm not 100% sure I like it yet. But that would have helped us out at the weekend because this should have been a penalty. We still got the win. It was a good win. Barnsley, they did really well in their first match against Fulham. They should have done a little bit better. They came out, they played a team of quality. It showed. Wednesday came out firing. We've got skill again. We've got pacey wingers. Lee Bullen's doing a great job. I'm not going to say too much on Wednesday this episode, but we were one of the better matches actually in the Championship this season, this weekend even, and I think we were good for it. A good 2-0 win. Top of the league, boys. I'll take it. In relation to Fulham, they have actually kicked on now. Obviously, that loss against Barnsley was not ideal for their return to the Championship, but a 2-0 win over Blackburn. Blackburn, who I have tipped to do quite well this season. Hopefully. I'm hoping for you guys. Fulham did get firing, and they scored 2 goals to get a decent 2-0 win to get them off and get points in the Championship. Preston had a very good game beating Wigan, who I have tipped not to do obviously amazingly in the Championship this season. But it was quite a considerable win with a 3-0 win. Not too much controversy there. Just a pretty dominant match from Preston. That is a good result for them. And then Charlton. Charlton are firing, guys. Stoke could be an interesting one for you guys this season. I haven't tipped you to do too well. Stoke seem to be in a bit of turmoil at the minute. Charlton, newly promoted, beating Stoke 3-1. That is a great result for Charlton. I do think they'll do quite well this season, you know. I don't think they're going to go back down. I think they've got enough about them, and the start, that's pretty much what you want, you know. They're high up in the league. It's 2 matches. You can't really do anything. I'm only joking about when I say Wednesday are at the top. But that is a decent start to life in the Championship. 2 wins, beating Stoke, who obviously, they are a team that have been in the Premiership in not too recent history, and they are on the downswing. So Stoke need to sort it out, guys. It's not going well for you. I felt for Luton against Cardiff. Going to Cardiff, obviously, is going to be a big test for them. Luton, I predicted bottom of the table, and I felt bad for doing that. I don't think they're going to finish bottom, to be honest. I think they've got enough about that side to actually kick on in the Championship. They've had 2 opening hard fixtures. They've got a point from it. They should have got a point from the Cardiff game. I felt like they were so unlucky to lose, to actually cling on to 1-0 until like 90 plus 6 minutes, and then Cardiff get the winner. That is not nice to take for any side. It's not fun. Luton, I think you're going to do alright in the Championship. They actually bossed possession in that game. They had over 60% possession. Obviously, possession isn't 9/10 in this game, and Cardiff did have double the shots pretty much, but it was quite even in that way, and I do think they should have got something from the game. I felt quite sorry for them, but it's exactly the result that Cardiff will want. They're coming down. They'd have wanted to be a little bit more dominant. I think they wanted it to be a little bit more convincing than just that last-minute win, but newly relegated side, they need to be firing to have a good campaign and hopefully get back up into the Premier League. Forest with a very scrappy goal to hold Leeds at home. It's a good result. It was a very weird goal. But I think they'll take it. I did actually watch that match. It was interesting, but pretty boring, not gonna lie. Leeds should be winning at home. I predict them to do quite well this season. They should be firing, but obviously a very scrappy goal to equalise. I think Forest fans, you guys are probably very happy with that result. You obviously go to Ellen Road. It's not the easiest place to go to, and you picked up a point. let's just not talk about the manner in which it was achieved, shall we? We'll leave that one there. This is the part of the video where I had a plan to look in depth at your guys' score predictions. There's a little community tab on YouTube now where I asked for your guys' score predictions for the weekend. I didn't mention this in a video, which is quite difficult for you guys to obviously get your score predictions to me, but follow me on Twitter, please, and tweet me all your guys' score predictions every week. Leave them in the comments of the Chat the Championship video for the next week, and if I put something on the community tab, get them on there as well, because I'll be correlating all that information. I'll be asking you guys different questions for these videos. This is very much going to be an interaction sort of video. I want your guys' input on this series, so get messaging me, get tweeting me about all the stuff to do with the championship, and you guys can be featured within this video. Not this specific one, this series, you know what I meant. But this is perfect. I'm looking at a screen here, guys, because I'm not going to pretend that I've memorized all of this. But this is a comment from Steve, and he says, pretty much, he's listed exactly what I wanted. I wanted the score predictions, so he's the only one in the community tab at the minute that did it how I wanted it. So we're going to focus on this comment today. Let's see how well he did in the comments. Are his predictions accurate? Let's have a look. So he got that Zhao was going to score at Reading, but he thought that Reading would win, so that's not a great one there. But he did get Zhao to score, which is quite impressive, so well done there, buddy. He predicted Leeds to beat Forest. That didn't happen. That was a draw. West Brom to beat Millwall, which also didn't happen. That was also a draw. Derby 0-0 Swansea. Well done, absolutely perfect that one, buddy. Thought it'd be a draw between, he says Stoke and Derby. I think he meant Stoke and Charlton there, but Charlton obviously did win that 3-1. He got that Cardiff had beat Luton, but Luton did get a goal in that, so that's not too bad. He had a Preston going for 2-2 against Wigan, and obviously Preston thrashed Wigan this week. Wednesday, I love to see that 4-1 Barnsley. It didn't happen. We got a 2-0 and a clean sheet. I'll take that. Obviously, Bannon got injured before that. Hopefully that's nothing too serious. Could just be a little bit of a niggle. I think that's what Bullen said. Fulham Blackburn, he predicted them to win 1-0. They won 2-0, but that's still a correct prediction, so well done there. QPR Huddersfield was obviously a draw. He had Huddersfield winning that. Birmingham 3-0 Bristol City was another draw. A lot of draws in the championship this weekend. Middlesbrough 2, Brentford 2. Brentford actually beat Middlesbrough away from home 1-0. Now, this is the exciting thing, guys. I like doing stuff like this, so this is going to be now a league. So it's going to be the league of the viewers of my channel. Every week I'm going to pick one viewer's entire predictions, and we are going to basically go through them like we just did with Steve's here, and then we're going to see how many correct predictions they get, and they're going to go onto a little league table. So by the end of the season, by the end of the championship season, we'll have somebody who's got the most, and then if I have to split it further, we'll go for who got the most accurate ones. So like, as you can see, Steve got Derby, Swansea, perfect here. That would be the tiebreakers if he was winning and somebody had the same amount of points. So we will be looking at that, and you guys will be going onto a table. So in the comments now, guys, get tweeting me. Let's have a look at those predictions. One of you will be featured in the next week's Chat the Championship to go against our new current leader, because he's the only one. We've got Steve. But no, it's been an interesting second week in the championship. Very much looking forward to the next episode. Football is back. It feels great. But for now, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all those things, and keep watching right here on Dexterity Box.